Hello, and welcome to CiC's Intelligent Clearinghouse. We will be discussing today how to manually enter your bills in our CiC portal. So we're going to just log into your account. And at the start of this process, we recommend actually going to the Help tab and then going to the View Payer IDs option under the Help setting. At this point, you would want to start with the electronic IDs and the print and mailed IDs. This gives you the electronic IDs to start. So this is a comprehensive list of all the carriers that we have access to electronically. Under this list, if you hit Control F as in Frank, a little search box will pop open here. Let's use the carrier Geico as an example. So if we hit Geico in the search box, it will come up here. I'm just going to copy the payer ID from here to start and then click out of this. Once we go under bills and then create a bill, this is going to start the manual bill entry process. At this point, you would want to select auto in this example, and then you're going to be selecting your service location and your provider information. This information would have been entered under the admin tab under add providers and under add service locations. So prior to starting the manual bill entry process, you would want that information entered there. Once you select the service location and the provider, you would then start by entering the patient's first name and last name, their date of birth, their date of injury, first date of service, and then selecting the form type, whether it's a CMS 1500 form or the UBO form. For the payer information, since we already pre-selected the payer ID from our list, we would just hit paste and paste the word Geico here, and then look up payers. At this point, under the payer select carrier area, we would initiate the dropdown and select Geico Electronic, and then hit create. Once that's done, what we will see is 3 different sections here. You have your bill history and current status, your CMS 1500 form, and then your supporting documentation. Under bill history and current status, that gives you an overview of everything that went on with this particular claim. At each point, when something happens with the claim, you would get another line item here that would be date and time stamped. The CMS 1500 form then will open up in an electronic format, and this would be where you would be filling out information on this form. In the insured's ID box, this would be where we would be expecting the Social Security number, and if you don't have that information, you would want to default to 9 nines in a row to match the digits of the Social Security number. Another area to pay attention to would be box 11B as in boy. This would be where we would be expecting the claim number to go. So that would be entered there. You would also be filling out anything else that's highlighted in red, such as the date of injury and any diagnosis information. Then going down further, you would be filling out the dates of service. If you need to add additional lines for dates of service, you'd be hitting the plus sign here. If you need to take those away, you would just be hitting the red minus sign and delete the item. At this point, you can have 4 diagnosis pointers. This would be pointing up to the diagnoses that are in box 21. You would be filling out the charge information and any other information here that you need. In this area here, you would want to select yes for signed and dating the document as well. Once that's done, you would go to the supporting documentation. You would choose the file from your desktop for any medical notes or medical records that you would need to add to this claim, and then hitting the second option, which is upload attachment. At this point, a box will open up here that will show the image name of the file that was just created for you. If you need to add anything else, you can add additional attachments at this point. And at this point, if everything is finalized, you would hit save and submit. And that's going to take this information from the incomplete bills and missing documents and put it into bills processing. For future bills for the same patient, you would actually be able to go into bills, and instead of selecting create a bill, you would go to copy old bill. And at this point, if you just put some general information such as the patient's last name and hit submit, I'm going to select the patient, which is in this example, Howard Passatumi, and I'm going to hit the copy button and hit OK. And at that point, what will be created is another bill for this patient with the same information from the previous bill. At that point, you can make any changes to the dates of service. So updating new dates or anything new in the diagnosis information. If you need to add additional documentation to this new bill that was created, you can do that by hitting save and submit. If there's any questions about what needs to be included on the 1500 form or the UB04, under our help tab, we do have an area where there are instructional documents. If you click on instructional documents, you will see the first option is the 1500 required fields. This goes over box by box for workers' comp claims and for auto claims, what we'd be expecting to be filled out in those areas. So if there's any questions about that or any confusion, you can address that through the help tab and then instructional documents. Also going to the bottom here of the instructional documents, you have the same form for the UB04 form. And that will go through inpatient claims and outpatient claims. So what would be required for that information. At this point, if you have any questions in your bill entry process, you can actually go to our help tab and then go directly to contact support. That will get you directly to our help desk where you can ask any questions. Please be as specific as possible so that we can address any issues that you have within the portal. If you have any questions, please let us know, and thank you very much.